this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life, and welcome back to my channel. This is another process video for Scraplift Sunday, where Laura and I are going to use this layout and we're going to scraplift it. And so I did what they did with the circles, and I placed all of the little circles on my Cricut, and I just printed it out. So I pulled out the Slice of Life collection for Kaylin's last photograph that I have to scrapbook on her, or put together I should say, for her soccer before COVID hit. So this was the fall, this was the fall one where she was 100% the goalie and all of this jazz. And I do have one for this spring. Fall has been canceled. We probably won't see anything until maybe next fall, or maybe even next fall. Like this fall, it's been canceled. I don't know if we're going to get spring. And then, next school year when it starts, hopefully then maybe. Or at least they'll have an idea of how we can be able to promote this and be able to get these kids back into sports. Because I do know that my daughter is missing this, but she also knows why she's missing it and understands that mom will work with her. We've been working on it, but at the same time, she knows why. So it makes it a little bit easier. So I am using, I'm just backing those three. One is my photo, and yes, I know that my photo is only a 3x3 because that's what I did the circles in, but I have done a bunch of her photos for this particular fall set of pictures, so I'm okay with just this little bit. I just wanted to document her just looking into the field and kind of, just making her mind wander and show her carefree off just a little bit. I was going to add this to the other one and do it as a three photo layout, but I was like, nope, I'm going to do that one as a 2 because I like how that one turned out, and then I wanted this more of her just kind of carefree and whatnot. So I'm just going through, so pretty much all of the rest of this, the only thing I did off camera, I'm going to be honest, the only thing I did off camera was the circles. Everything, this one actually took me it went pretty easy for me. And her layout, now, it is a German lady, and it's Elia. And it's off of her Instagram. So I'm going to link it. It's actually on Pinterest. I'm going to link it, and then I've already added her as one of my following people on Instagram because I love her pages. Her pages are so simple, but yet so full of character and life. Now, her circles have lines that go through them, and I just did some circles because I was going to embellish heavy for this particular layout because I just love Slice of Life. I love the color tones to it. Everything about it is awesome. I just love it. And I do know that one of my layouts that's going to be coming up on my page, you're going to see this collection come back out again because it's going to be Kaylin's last. This is my last sports photo for Kaylin to do. I do have some that will be popping back up for Christmas because I did leave some of my December documenting stuff because I've been trying to make sure that I get quite a bit of them done so that I can at least be done about mid-January like I was last year, or this year for last year's, because I always go a year behind. So if you don't know and you're new to my channel, welcome. I'd love to have you here. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button and that bell to get notifications. But if you are new, the reason I scrapbook a year behind, I don't scrapbook in the moment because I like to get them all in order and print them out. So like for 2020 is going to look very different because my husband's going to be getting deployed during December. So he was supposed to leave in October, and then they pushed him back. Long story short, he's now leaving in December. So our December is going to look a little bit different. And ultimately, depending on how it goes, I don't know if for safety reasons for my son, because he has to travel and I don't want to have him fly into Atlanta and whatnot, but that is the closest spot. Now, even if I got him to where I'm living, which is in Augusta, Georgia, he still has to go through Atlanta. If I go through some of the other spots, I've looked everywhere because of how much they have canceled flights and made sure that there was less flights but with less people on there. No matter where I go, he has to go through Atlanta. And since I am in a hot spot right now, and I know December is still a little ways off, but it's not when it comes to having to pick, to purchase airline tickets and just to make sure to plan and everything. So he knows that, and we both have talked about it. He understands, and obviously my daughter understands, and of course I understand, because I'm keeping my family safe and my son safe. And it may be a little bit of a precaution, but ultimately, everybody does it a little bit differently for their own families. I just know that I just don't want him traveling. And there's no point in me traveling, because if I travel, then I might as well just fly him. So I'm not even going to do that. There's no point of that. So I'll just, video chat with him on Christmas and all that stuff. So for right now, he's not coming. So our Christmas this year is going to look very, very, very different, but obviously all of the same techniques and little traditions that we have and all that. It'll all be here and ready to go for him. Obviously, I'll still get Austin his stuff, and I'll still get Josh his stuff, and he'll have things to open up when he comes back next year, because ultimately when he comes back, so when he leaves this year, he'll come back the same time, hopefully the same time next year, and so he'll just have like double the amount of stuff to open up and have fun, and then get back into those same traditions as well. But the new tradition for our family is that now we have our puppers Asher. So that also is going to be new. So even though that things may change a little bit, but we still have all those new. He'll have his new, I'll have to get him his own stocking, and we do St. Nicholas or Niklaus, which is on the 6th of December. So not only is Kaylin going to participate, obviously I'll have Asher participate, and things like that. So there'll be a lot of fun stuff. But ultimately, this, and then this one other one is, I went off on a total tangent, so there we go. But I only have like a couple more photos for sports, and I'm like, I don't know what the heck I'm going to do with myself. But it makes it easier a little bit, because I'm kind of glad that things have slowed down for us. And I mean by that is, I'm catching up on a lot of stuff. Like, I'm almost done with my Cuba trip. Obviously, this is sports. It's done. I'm catching up on those little trips and those little things that I have, so that I can try to at least scrapbook more in the moment in the last few, years, versus I don't have a lot. I mean, by all means, I'm not old on my stuff, but I would like to get caught up on some of my other trips that we had in Germany and all of those, and get those like knocked out. So I have a lot of castle photos. Those are what you're going to see here a lot in the month of September, October, November, because I really, really want to knock those out. I like to use the fall type stuff for those photos, because we did do a lot of them in the fall and the winter. So I want to add both of that. So right now, obviously I did all my embellishments. Now I'm coming in with just my white paint. I added a little bit of water to get it to be a splatter, and I'm going to splatter with white. And then I'm going to get out some Stampin' Up! Old gems like that match this, and place them all over just to add a little bit of something. And then you'll see me come in with the gold splatters, and then I'm pretty much done. So this layout turned out wonderful. Make sure that you go check out Laura and check out her take on this Scraplift. I know this time around we had to change it up. The layout that we originally picked, we decided to do something a little bit differently, because our lives got a little bit crazier. But be on the lookout. We're going to do something different in the month of September. She is going to participate in Scraptember, and if I was not in the middle of this crazy school setup that we have, I still don't know what I'm doing. It is the 23rd of August, and I still don't know if I'm going to be teaching face-to-face or if I'm going to be virtually, because our Board of Education pushed off until the 1st of September to see what we're going to do. So I still don't know. That's why I'm not participating in Scraptember. I do have a lot that's coming up on my channel. I just won't have a video a day like I've had for the last 2 years. But I feel like, I'm just like, oh, I'm like, man, I would really, really, really love to do it. But I still have quite a bit. I'm going to still do some of the prompts. I just don't have a video a day that I'm going to do just because I don't know what the heck I'm doing myself. So here are these dots that I was talking about, and I placed them all over just to add a little bit of color and finesse to it. And then I do come in with my sunset strip and do that as well, just to add a little bit. The still shots are definitely coming up. Make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you if you are new. If you are one of my oldies, thank you and welcome back. I'm so glad to have you back, and you followed me all the way to the end of my layout. Make sure you go check out Laura's. Make sure you go check out the post. It'll be linked down below. Other than that, I hope that you guys are all staying safe. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.